TVHS live from the Counseling Corner. I have with me today Mrs. Palmgren. For those of you who aren't aware, she is new to us this year. I know it's hard to tell who we are with these masks, but my dark hair, her lighter hair, you might be able to tell us apart. Okay, so if there's any confusion, don't be afraid to ask. But Mrs. Palmgren is the 9th grade counselor. Would you like to share with some students an upcoming event that we are looking forward to?
Hello, Tonopah Valley. Like Ms. Kirby said, I'm Ms. Palmgren, and I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you. I know you cannot all come back and join us on campus on the first day back on the 13th, but for the many who can, really looking forward to it. Especially my freshmen and all of our new students who probably have some extra concerns and maybe nerves about this campus that you might never have even been on before. So we are planning some special things to make sure you guys know where to go and what to do and who your teachers are. Most importantly, we've got tours planned. So we have it organized for Monday night, the 12th, right before we come back, from 5:30 to 7:30. You'll be getting a link to a form in your email. You just click on that link, fill out that form so you can sign up to see us that Monday night. And we'll be leading small groups, all masked up, doing safe tours of our campus so you know where to go on the 13th. I hope to see you then.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Palmgren. So I know that there are lots of questions and concerns about returning in person and not knowing where to go. So this is your chance, you guys. We are really excited to host you. We can't wait to come back. So if you've got questions, let us know, which brings me to something else really quickly. We have sent out several times a link to sign up for counselor contact or a way to request a transcript if you're a senior. Even if parents, teachers, students, everybody can use this form. It is in your SMUSD drop-down menu that's titled SMUSD links. Fill that out if you need us, you guys. That is the quickest way for somebody to respond to you. Most of you are accustomed to waiting forever on me, but I'm outnumbered 650 to 1. Let's use the rest of our team, and it would help out tremendously if you fill out that form when you need one of us, okay? So thank you very much, Mrs. Palmgren, for being here. I'm happy to have you and can't wait for everybody to meet you in person.
Thank you, Ms. Kirby.
Okay, you guys, I want to answer some questions, bring up some, remind you about some different events. And then in just a couple minutes, we'll have another special guest here who will talk about a subject that should be near and dear to seniors' hearts. But I will answer a few questions right now about coming back to school. So we have made literally, you guys, if you're not sure the word literally, I mean literally hundreds of phone calls home trying to reach your parents about your selecting your final preference. I know before that there have been several surveys and there's been confusion, but the surveys were just a tool to gather information. And from that information, we designed what it would look like when you're coming back to school. So, number one, we are resuming in-person instruction on Tuesday, October 13th. Note that. And the school day is returning to the traditional 8 to 4 schedule. So for those of you who have chosen to remain remote, you will attend classes like you are now with the, except your class time will be extended. And you guys, there's just no way around that. That's not our rules. We are simply following the instruction and guidance that is given to us in order to effectively meet your educational goals and requirements. So those are your options. It's either remote in the way that you are currently accessing your classes or returning in person. And it's one or the other, okay? It's not a mix of pick and choose. And once you have made your choice, you will need to remain in that learning mode until the start of second semester, okay? And that's really what the method behind our madness for that is to do the best we can to keep you guys safe. We don't want people coming in and out. We need to monitor numbers and pay close attention to who is on our campus and the amount of space we have available on a given day. So remote or in person, 8 to 4, You may return in campus or to campus on October 13th, and we are hoping to see most of you there. For those of you who are taking CTE classes, it may not be an option for you to take those classes remotely. So we will be reaching out to you directly for your options, but you will likely have to drop those classes. You will earn a half credit for what you've completed to this point, but let's face it, you guys, you can't design, a house and build things in construction on the computer, okay? You can only do a limited number of things, and for the requirements we have, those are, the types of classes you cannot continue with remotely when we are offering in-person options, okay? So, Mrs. Richardson, I believe, is in the studio. So, oh, she's here. I really need some seniors to pay attention to this because one of my favorite topics, not really favorite topics, but it kind of is this time of year, is college planning and figuring out how to pay for that. So, what do you have for our lovely students today?
So, hi guys. My favorite topic in October is the FAFSA. So, we have FAFSA sessions. I know Miss Kirby mentioned she had some questions about when you can start filling out the FAFSA. Well, you should know by now you can't fill it out until October 1st, but guess what? We have a workshop scheduled for October 1st. So the first day you can fill out your FAFSA, we have a workshop scheduled for you. I believe the link will be put in the chat of the YouTube Live, and we have sent it to you by Remind. We've sent it to you by email, and any other possible way we can think of to send it to you.
And you guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but not sorry, because we've only had one person sign up for the FAFSA, yet I have 4 questions about when are we going to help you with your FAFSA. So, tomorrow, we're wide open, right?
Yes. We have room for more than one person.
Yes.
And that one person is meeting with us remotely, which may be one of your questions. Can I do it remotely? Of course you can. You will get the link and you'll join us by Google Meet, or you can come on campus and we will socially distance you so that we can help you. So the first one is October 1st at 6 o'clock. So come see us. Like I said, we only have one person signed up, so we'll be happy to help that one person, but we'd love to have more. The next one is on October 6th at 2:30. So for those of you that say, I can't go to a late one because I'm working, well, we have a schedule for you. You can come at 2:30 on October 6th, again, either in person or remotely. And we have a special session, in my opinion, on October 15th, once we're all back for school at 6 o'clock that night. The reason I say it is special is because we are going to have our lovely Gear Up assistant, Miss Mendoza, with us, and she is a fluent Spanish speaker. So some of you have parents that may want to attend that are Spanish speakers, and Miss Mendoza will be there to help us with anything that you need.
Okay, so you guys, I just want to add a couple more comments about the FAFSA. Seniors, you should remember, I think by this point, the deadline that we have put in place for you, which is Halloween, okay? That is rapidly approaching, and if you want the best opportunity to maximize the money potentially given to you, you've got to complete the FAFSA. So I know it seems terrifying and confusing, and I promise you the thought of it is far worse than actually doing it. And you are not required to use our assistance. By no means do we want to force ourselves or force you into using our help, but we've just done it more than you have. So let us help you. Sign up for one of those sessions because it's go time, you guys. I appreciate the underclassmen who are really excited to fill out the FAFSA, by the way, but you guys got to hold on, okay? You cannot fill it out until you're a senior and October of senior year. So I hope to see at least a couple more signups after today. Any other thoughts or anything you
Just
can think
remember that when you sign up, we've given you a list of things you need to bring with you. Most importantly, your social security number. So that's just one of the things you need, but look at the list and come prepared. We just don't want you to come unprepared and then us have to send you home. So we want you to come and fill out the FAFSA in the workshop. So bring everything you need, which is in the link. A few of you have gotten a launch guide from me that have come in, and all of that information is in the launch guide as well. And that's just a little teaser for those of you that haven't seen me yet. We'll give launch guides for all the seniors later on.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you for being here, Mrs. Richardson.
Thank you, Miss Kirby.
And then, you know what? That does remind me, we have hosted several different college application sessions for our seniors. I have a GCU specific session on Tuesday. The GCU rep will be here in person. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember. It's the middle of the day. I want to say it's 10 a.m. I think. Either way, it is in your email. And really, you can attend that either virtually or in person. He will provide general information about GCU. And then if you are interested in applying, you will get to complete that application for free while he's here. That said, I'm here no matter what. Come that day if you'd like, and I will help you with any other applications. So it's great that he will be here, as the expert on GCU. But I just want to help you guys get your stuff done. And so far, I've only seen a few people. A lot of students have said they were going to follow up and send a request to, set up a time, and I haven't seen it happen. So this month, October is tomorrow, you have 31 days to get the things done that we have tasked you to do. It is doable, okay? I wouldn't suggest that you follow this timeline if it wasn't. So use the link to sign up and schedule some time with us individually. Show up for the FAFSA tomorrow night if you can, or one of the other dates. Come to the GCU event either remotely or online. But either way, lots of different ways for us to help you. Okay, now for those of you who are tired of hearing me talk about senior stuff, I'm glad you're still here because it will be important. But WestMec, you guys, that application is actually opening up tomorrow as well. So we will be hosting a few different information sessions and different events regarding WestMec. I haven't hit send yet on those sessions, but just a heads up, October 21st will be our first information session, and I will help any of those who decide they want to apply at that time with the application. We're going to host additional sessions after that, but between October and December is the application period for WestMec. You cannot apply as a freshman, but I would love to have freshmen come to the information sessions just to learn about WestMec and the different programs so that you can plan, future courses, ideas, everything that you would need to know. I would say better to prepare earlier than not at all. So let me look at a couple of questions we've got in the chat. Are there going to be water bottles available since you can't drink out of the water fountains? You guys, I'm sorry, but we cannot provide water bottles to everyone. We are asking that you bring your own full water bottle when you come. You can still fill the water bottles up in the sinks in the bathrooms, so that's completely fine, and it's not different water, okay? So that is completely doable. You just cannot drink out of the water fountains. So please bring your own water. We do prefer water only. If you have some dietary concerns, we can look at other things, but water only in the classrooms. And then, you will have drinks provided for free with breakfast and lunch between now and December. So everybody gets free breakfast, free lunch. Take advantage of that if you haven't already. It's a pretty sweet deal. Okay. Let's see, another question. Lunch forms. So lunch forms, man, I'm trying to remember. We will get those out to you if you didn't already have them. Those who return in person, there will be packets that are given to you when you're here to take home and fill out. But because it's free breakfast and free lunch until through December, it's not an imminent concern for us. But don't worry, you will get those forms eventually once the paid option comes back. So, okay, let me see. I know that there is a couple other questions. Bus schedule. I swear I saw an email today about bus schedules. So expect to see emails, you guys, emails. I don't know how to get around it, but we have provided you with internet access when you are here and devices to access your email. So please do that. You are missing out on lots of information. Even one time a day. I'm not saying that you have to sit right in front of your computer and stare at your email, but make a habit of a quick check every day, okay? Let's see. Okay, so we talked about new student tours. We talked about Westmec. Oh, okay. Now, going back to returning to school, Dr. Ty is also hosting a YouTube live session for families and parents to kind of go over some of the, I don't know how I would say it, like just bigger picture details of what it looks like. And I believe that's, oh gosh, I want to say October 6th. I think it's October 6th. Either way, there were phone calls that went home about it. It's posted on the district's website, but that is another opportunity for you to get information. And yes, confirmed October 6th. So let me see some of these other questions. Okay, FAFSA, check. Okay, when we go back to school, it is not half day, A day, B day, anything like that. It is 4 days a week, 8 to 4, like it traditionally has been. Okay, and I'm sorry, you guys, if you have jobs, if you have other things that you've gotten into in the meantime, you're still a high school student, and you don't yet have a diploma. So these are the requirements set forth to us, and we have to adhere to those guidelines. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 to 4, in person or remote. Okay, those are your only two options. So that should answer that one. No, all classes, one, all or none. You can't mix it up. It's either all in person or all remote until the start of second semester in January. When am I? Okay, FAFSA again. Clubs. Yes, there are going to be clubs. Okay. We are still working out the scheduling of that. And honestly, if you are remote, I don't know what it's going to look for those of you that are at home. Okay. So club meetings will still happen probably during lunchtime, but that's something we have not yet created and built the schedule for because we are still working to make sure that we are prepared for education and instruction first. And then the fun stuff, unfortunately, has to follow behind that. Fun stuff, though. Who knows what Friday is? Anybody? Football Friday. Yes. So I asked, our Phoenix to show up today, but he was busy. He's on some meet calls, so he couldn't come. But he wants you to know we'd love to see you guys back. Yes, we have to follow some social distancing procedures, but still, it's outside. We have a huge facility. Wear white, okay? I saw an email from Coach, or I think maybe posted on Facebook, white out for Friday night. So it's, I don't know. I'm just really excited about it. I know it would be kind of, boring for the sports teams to not have any spectators. So let's come. We had a first home game yesterday for volleyball. Expect more announcements from that. So things are starting to get back to what I would say more normal with returning in person, with clubs, sports. So we'd love to see you guys, okay? Let's see. I answered that. You guys, I see some stuff about concern, like you guys are taking care of siblings at home. All of our schools are opening back up, okay? So Winners Well, Tartesso, Ruth Fisher, all opening up the same way, 4 days. No, as far as I know, no part day schedule. So the siblings you've been babysitting will be back in school, okay? And if that's not possible, then you're going to have to be one of those that it sounds like you'd have to choose the remote learning option. And then if you're in CTE classes, we'll have to find something else for you to take, and you'll be working with me on that. Okay. So just bear with us as we get through that, but it takes a long time to make 650 phone calls. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. If you're remote, are you going to have to be on your computers for that amount of time for your period? Yes. I can't remember the total minutes. I want to say 110 minutes. I might have just made that up. But you are expected to be attending class the same time as those in person are in class. Okay. So again, you guys, I'm glad that you can't throw stuff through the screen, but that's something, I'm just giving you the information. Okay. Who's going in person to school? Anybody who chooses it. So if you indicated to us at one point that you wanted to come back in person when you could, we are assuming that you are coming back in person, okay? If you indicated you prefer to remain remote or online, we are calling you. So if you are one of those who hasn't had a phone call, or maybe you put in person and something has changed, give us a call and just make sure that we are counting for you appropriately, okay? I know teachers have been asking, teachers are sending me information. We are all trying to work together to make sure we know who is doing what, when, where, and how. Okay, more questions. Will they bus to West Mech? Well, that is something that will be discussed in the West Mech session, but no. Transportation to West Mech is on the family, okay? But I will tell you this. We have about 50 students who attend West Mech programs right now, and many of them have had initial concerns about transportation. They've found ways to make it work. I'm not suggesting you carpool, but I know a lot of parents work together to make that happen, and we will help in any way we can. I am not saying that West Mech is something that everyone should do, but it is an option that you are, permitted to consider because we are a partner with them. And we will do our best to make it as accessible to you. But at this point, we cannot provide transportation for students. They just have too many different programs, too many start times. We'd be running buses all day, all night. Okay, this question. Students, specific type of mask you will need. No, it does need to cover your nose and your mouth, okay? But we don't have any kind of restrictions as long as it is covering. It is really designed to prevent your germs from spreading to somebody else, okay? My rule of thumb would be to try blowing through it. If you can feel your breath or if you can blow out a candle, I suggest getting something a little bit stronger, okay? So we're not mandating I forget the fancy named filters, the N95. Yeah, no, we're not mandating that. You just have to have a face covering, okay? And I'm sorry.
It has to be dress code.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Dress code appropriate, guys. If you've got a question about it, let me know. I will tell you. I'm always going to let you know if you bring it to me, whether or not you should wear it or if it's inappropriate. If you've got a question, though, don't wear it. All right. I think that might be about it. So new student tours, West Mech, college apps, FAFSA, Football Friday. Remote versus in person, counselor sign up form, bring your water bottles. I don't know. Anything else before I sign off? I know that was a lot and I know it was fast, but we're going to do this every other week just to do, another way to get you guys information. I appreciate those of you that have shown up and don't worry. I'm going to remember your names and hopefully have some prizes for you. Oh, yes. Okay, great question. Will the kids be able to remove face masks outside of the classroom? Here's the general guidance on that. If you can safely socially distance, you don't have to have the face mask on. So we are going to provide face mask breaks between classes where we are going to ask students to go outside. We are going to monitor to the best of our ability their social distancing efforts. So we are asking that parents and students commit to following those expectations. You guys, we know it's hard. I mean, I'm sweating underneath this. I get it. It is uncomfortable, but it's, we are doing the best we can so that we can get you back here in person and do all the things that makes high school such a wonderful experience. So we are going to give you breaks. And if you can socially distance, then, you can take them off. But if you cannot, I don't know if my arms are even, I've never measured them. I'm assuming this might be, close to 6 feet. Keep your distance and you can take a breather. Okay. But teachers and staff have been instructed to enforce that and make sure that we are being safe and taking care of one another. Anything else? I love it, you guys. I love the questions. Please reach out to us with concerns. We'll do our best. I'm by no means an expert in anything, but I really want to give you the opportunity to be heard and do our best to address your concerns. All right. Well, thank you guys for your time. It was great to see you and see you October 13th. Am I good?